In this video we are heading to the track for a fitness test to find out how fast I am. Morning team, how are we doing? It's a cold and wet, horrible winter's day here in Enfield Lock, where I'm at the Lee Valley Athletic Centre, because today we're going to be going for a time, hopefully a time, or actually no, see what I've got. That's a better way of putting it. See what I've got over the 5k distance at the end of the year. Yeah, I thought it'd be a cool idea to do a bit of a time trial. I was going to go park run, but the weather's bad, so I've come to the Athletic Centre, which is about 25 minutes from my house. So yes, we're going to give this a go today and see what I've got in the tank. I'm currently sitting in the car, as you might have guessed, because it's like miserable outside. The centre's not just open yet, so I'm waiting for them to open, but it's miserable outside. I'm going to try and run like a 20-21 minute time today. I think, I don't know whether I've got that in me, but we will try, see what's, and that's the point of this, to see basically at the end of the year what I've got. And I'd recommend it, right? I don't know when you're watching this, when this video comes out, but I think if you can pick points in your sort of training, because I'm about to start a new training block, to try and find out where you're at in terms of your fitness. And that's basically, it's a fitness test for me today. Now we're going to be running the Adidas Pro 4 today, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on with them as well. It's a shoe that I want to try out at these faster paces. It's a racing shoe, so we try and review the shoes like what for them meant to be for, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm going to try that today. We're going to try and see what that's like under pressure, under some of those quicker times. Yeah, see how that feels. Although I've never like run a marathon at like 6 something per mile. Be interesting to see what that shoe and how that shoe performs on a track, on a more sort of controlled environment, let's call it. That's a better way of putting it. The weather's grim, so again, it'd be good to see how the outsole holds up as well. So yes, I'm going to get myself sorted out. We're going to head inside and then I'll catch up with you in there, let you know what we're doing. But I've got to get changed and all that kind of stuff before we get going. So yes, I shall see you now once the athletic centre opens up and we're getting there. Okay team, so here it is, look, track, a bit wet. I'm the only one here, which is kind of cool. So we'll get into this as quick as we can, because it is cold, it's freezing cold, and the track is wet, it's soaking wet actually. But it doesn't matter when you're going to be putting down, hopefully a time. It's going to be the last of my worries, isn't it? But yeah, so I'm going to do like a dynamic warm-up, nothing crazy, some decent movements to sort of engage everything, fire everything up, and that will sort of finish with a few sort of strides at the end, sort of walk, run, sprint, that kind of thing. Really engage everything, really get my heart rate up, really get myself ready and raring to go. I'll probably do 1 or 2 laps of the track as well, and then we're gonna get going. But I'll do the warm up. I'll film it. It'll probably be about 10 seconds, just to show see some of the stuff I'm doing, whether it's interesting or not. But yeah, I'll film that. Then I'll catch up with you. Then we'll get the show on the road. So warm up done, ready to go, heart rate's up. Whew, we've got to get this done, FORDY. I was out last night, a bit of a caveat to all this. I was out last night, so whether that's good, I wasn't out, but I was out. So whether that's going to show up today or not, we shall see in the next 20 odd minutes, hopefully. But yeah, let's get this done. It's 12.5 laps. You've got to be careful on the track when you're doing 5k. You've got to make sure that you're tracked in terms of the laps and stuff like that. You can do it on your watch and things like that, but the best way is literally to count it off. So it's 12.5 laps, it's 3.11 miles or 5k. So just remember that if you're going to do something similar to this. So yeah, we're all strapped in. I don't know if you can see, shoes are, where are they? Come on camera, shoes are ready to go. I'm ready to go. So I suppose we better go, right? Right, come on, FORDY, stop prognosticating. Oh, I don't know what it is. Let's just do it. 21, 33. Oh my God, I've lost some fitness. Oh Jesus. All right, let's do a bit of a cool down. 1 lap cool down. Oh man. The thing is, I got that wrong. To be fair, I got that totally wrong. I went out way too fast. As always, I haven't done anything like this for a while, but I went out way too fast. And yeah, the second lap, I couldn't hold it, and it's so windy around this back section here. I know I sound an excuse, but it's not, because it was taking my breath away. So I was hitting like a strong headwind down there, and every time I come round, I was like, I'd build pace back up to like 640 per mile down here, then I'd get round there and it'd go back out to 7s. So there we go. It's a true reflection, probably where I am, maybe 21 minutes somewhere, you know, closer to that, but ultimately I've got a lot of work to do this winter. On the shoes, they were excellent, really were, and I had no sizing issues today. None, maybe because I don't know, it's colder. I have got the thinnest sock that I own on my shoes today, so I don't know whether that's helped, but no issues in terms of the size today. Don't get me wrong, they still feel small up the front, but the foam was epic. When I was like, I saw my watch at one point, 5:55, but I held that for about 0.01 of a second. But they really felt great, really bouncy, really responsive, and even when I slowed down from like 6:30 out to like 7s, still felt very controllable and very responsive. So the Pro 4s today performed well. I didn't. So there we go. Whew. The thing is, I enjoyed it. It's a test for yourself. Do it. Come down to a track. See where you're at. See what you got. Yeah, the result wasn't what I wanted, but who cares, right? I now know what work I've got to do, and that's the thing. And that's what's most important about it, is to get to a point where you can keep checking yourself, see the progress, because I need to get better in terms of speed. So speed is going to be a little bit more dropped in over this next plan. Although this is not the plan for Chicago in terms of Brighton and London, I need to introduce it, which is why I wanted, as I said, to do this to find out where I was. But 2 minutes 33, I've recovered quickly, I would say. So maybe I had a little bit more. As I said, I'm probably more about that sort of 21 minutes. Maybe a fraction under, but that's really pushing it out. But yeah, I think I'm definitely around that sort of 20, 50, 21, 25k at the moment. Said, look, I've recovered pretty quick. I know I was out last night again, not an excuse. So, you know, there's those sort of things. I haven't trained for this or anything like that. It's just purely a fitness test. So, yeah, I'm happy-ish. I think it's going to annoy me for the rest of the day. But once I sort of settle down and realise where I'm at, ain't a bad thing. So there we go, team. That's another video done. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be doing more of this sort of stuff in the new year. Or mind you might be watching this in the new year, but anyway, in 2025 we're going to be doing more of this sort of stuff. So yes, make sure you do subscribe. But yes, that's it from me in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go and get probably something from McDonald's, even though I probably don't deserve it for not going under 21 minutes. But you know what, I can live with that. I'll see you guys later.